Previously on Doki Doki Literature Club.
Me, Well, met that's, well, But, Yuri even brought you something today, We could, discuss it if you want. But it's not like that at all, In the first place, You're gonna have less time for anime, than a lot of other people, You're not selfish at all, There's a lot of you-knows in this game, Okay, now it's time for Monika. Hi, Tyler. Having a good time so far? Yeah? Good. I'm glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new in everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or something we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Tyler. We're all a little embarrassed today, She said, Is this like the catchphrase? It's on a t-shirt, Doki Doki Literature Club is super awesome, But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn. But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Monika my poem. I like this one. It makes me think of something Sayuri would like. Is that so? You and Sayuri are really good friends, right? I wouldn't be surprised if you had those sort of things in common. Well... It's bizarre. There were 3 characters when I was writing the poem. You weren't one of them. Why? Is it because I know you, but I have no idea what you like? Is that it? It's from yesterday's conversation? Didn't learn the stuff you liked? Well... We may be good friends, but Sayori and I are actually really different. Well, that may be the case, but maybe there are also some similarities that you wouldn't expect. The way she talks to you, it sounds like you two really care about each other, about each other's well-being. even if you show it in different ways, it ends up being more similar than you think. So I think that's the kind of vibe I get when reading your poem. When I'm reading your poem, I don't know. It's my autocorrect auto. You're sure you're not reading into it too much? I could be. Oh gosh. I sound like Yuri. But in any case, Sayori's writing has kind of a gentle feel to it. I can tell that she likes exploring with emotions, like happiness and sadness. Who knew that someone so happy would enjoy sad things too? I didn't. I didn't realize that she would be the one like popping in joy at the expectation of death. Yeah, that's totally unexpected. Well, to each their own. And you shouldn't be afraid to experience a little bit either. To experiment a little bit either. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It would take a while before I feel comfortable doing things. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kind of styles, but I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good. Well, that's 'cause I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? You know? You know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in a wall. Oh my gosh, she wrote a big one. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spark propuged. A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No, I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retina's already scorched with a permanent copy of the meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep, stretching forever into everything, a hole of infinity. No, shut up! A hole of infinite choices. I realize now that I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform. If that's what you call it. Sorry, I don't really know. I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be very powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's there's something that feels kind of off. I don't know, this poem could be taken in a very creepy fashion. You know, like a game that breaks the fourth wall in a certain aspect. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monika's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. Yeah, seems kind of accurate. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about this. If you keep your pen on the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. Yeah, especially if it's a really inky pen. Like the type of pens that leak when they're open and they're used, and you've went on an airport and then there's a bunch of ink stains all over the place. Good times. Good times. So just move your hand and go with the flow. Okay. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. And I'll see you in the next literature club. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poem can stand up to theirs. This is literature club after all. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Sayori and Monika are happily chatting. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. Hi. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I think. I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. Is this like censored? What's with... Why is it in parentheses? What's with this language? Or is it, what's with this language? I'm whispering. Oh. Yeah, I think it was. What's with this language? Huh? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. No, wait. It's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just mean the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Huh? You mean you have to try that hard? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple of suggestions. If I was looking for suggestions, I would have asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Sayori liked it. And Tyler did too. So based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect it to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Tyler liked my poem too, you know. Oh boy. He even told me that he was impressed by it. Uh-oh. Oh God.